Hi Virgo, so I'm here to do the end of April's energy read for yourselves. Always check your sun, moon, rise and your Venus if you don't know your placements. You can always Google your natal chart, or I think it's Astrosofa. If you Google Astrosofa natal chart and put your details in, it'll give them you anyway. So I'm going to be using my Empowerment Oracle deck and the Rider-Waite to clarify. I'm available for one-on-one reading, so everything about myself is in the description box below. You can follow me on social media, Instagram, Divinely Guided with Love, Facebook, Divinely Guided with Love Tarot, and in my website and everything is in the description box below. Hit the like button and the bell if you want to be notified of when I upload again, and I'm going to jump straight in. So, energy read, right. All my earth signs have got this now. It's getting a bit freaky. So Taurus and Capricorn both got this as well. So Virgo at the present, dark night of the soul. So it's almost, again, I'm like repeating myself in the Taurus and the Capricorn reading. The dark night of the soul is a spiritual period of desolation. You know, it can be grief, it can be, for some reason I feel like I need to read it, and I did write this book a long time ago. The dark night of the soul is a spiritual period of desolation. It can be a painful process, but it is highly relevant in the journey of spiritual growth with our own divine potential. It's a time when maybe you're feeling depressed, a suffering state, a feeling of emptiness, a feeling like you don't belong. A time in which you find yourself questioning everything you thought you knew. The dark night of the soul almost possesses you into negative thought patterns of hopelessness and powerlessness. It's very much like being in the state of grieving. This process is a necessity in your spiritual growth to discover your own truths, your own beliefs, and your own personal perceptions. It's a time of transformation, an aspect of the journey towards your spiritual awakening. So my Virgos seem to be dipping into the dark night of the soul. Again, shadow work, and it keeps coming out quite relevant within the earth signs. So challenges or blockages. Oh, we've got a flyer. Sorry, 1 second. So the challenge, we've got the Queen. So the Queen is, I actually drew the Queen to be the independent woman, but then when I looked at the card, it looks like she's got everything she wants, but she's missing something, if you look at her face. And then we've got desires. So I feel like you're trying to manifest something, and the shadow work has come up in order for you to clear, because the challenge is to get into this energy. It's to feel grateful for what you've got, but also knowing that the hand of the divine is trying. You could be trying to manifest something. You could even be trying to manifest a new home, or a new home life, a quiet, peaceful life. So the challenge is to put out your desires, what you want. Whilst it's coming around now, cutting the cord. So you could have cut cords to somebody or places, people. It could be relocation. Relevant in your energy at the minute, but expect cutting the cords to things that no longer serve you, because like I said, the dark night of the soul is a spiritual time of desolation. We're down here, we're cutting the cords because you are ascending, spiritual awakening. So nice energy. Yeah, recent past, freedom. So again, I feel like you've already started to cut the cord, but you're still carrying some of the karmic shackles. So you could be struggling with the fact that you are now feeling free. That could be putting you through the dark night of the soul. Because you're not used to feeling like that. Making the choices in order to free yourself from that scenario. Yeah, because at present we've got letting go. So your energy is all about letting go. It's about freeing yourself in order to be able to manifest your best life. So letting go, reminiscing, sitting there, looking over things. What needs to be let go, what do you need to shut the door on in order to move on forward. And then near future we've got the Phoenix. So I feel like this burnout doesn't last for long, because you are rising back from the ashes, you're making some kind of comeback. So it looks like you've already burnt out, and I feel like that's the energy. You've already burnt out, but it's time to make a comeback, and it's time to kind of sit there and reevaluate what you need to let go of, who you need to let go of, in order to become this phoenix again, rising back from the ashes. So your power in this situation is the abandoned card. So it is to let go. So you might feel abandoned because people have left, or you might have been put in situations where you've had to say goodbye to these people, but it's for a reason, because the hand of the divine is leading you towards the people and the places that will bring more light into your life. The outside influence, what's having an influence on this? Conflict. So you could be conflicted within yourself about letting go of things, because sometimes it is really hard to let go of things, especially if we are attached, if we've formed an attachment to something or someone. It could even be a place of work, you know, but that's the energy at the minute. It is about conflict, you know, so you could be letting go of people who bring conflict or situations that bring conflict, because you want to rise back from the ashes, you know, it's, you want to make a comeback. Your hopes and fears is the root chakra. So that's a hope. That's about being grounded. You are an earth sign, so it's about being grounded so you can make these decisions in order to move on forward and manifest your best life. Oh, your outcome is divine protection. So your choices and your thoughts, concepts and things like that, you are protected at the minute whilst you go through this energy of letting go of things, because we've got the twin flame card. So you could be starting your journey towards the twin flame, but sometimes when I look at the twin flame card, it's not all about twin flames. It's about coming out of an energy where it's very dramatic and karmic lessons, karmic people, karmic situations, and it's about going up to the divine feminine, divine masculine energy. So to me, this is a spiritual awakening reading, and it's about working with your guides in order to manifest 1111 manifestation. So I'm kind of not wanting to go towards the twin flames just yet, but I feel like you are on the journey towards your twin flame if you are a single Virgo. I feel it's more about rising into your divine masculine, rising into your divine feminine, whichever sex you are. So let's get some clarity on this for you. So whilst darting out of the soul coming out for Virgo situation. Ace of Swords, yeah. So the divine have given you some kind of truth, clarity. You could have been dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it's almost like you can see the truth now for what it really is. You've been given the answers. And sometimes that's really hard because, again, if you form attachments to things and people, it's hard. There's a need to, again, and I will say this, I think I said it in the Capricorn reading, it's time to get the crown back on. Time to put your crown back on. So the challenge is to get back manifesting. It's about your desires. So we've got the Queen of Wands. So you could be dealing with fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, or this could be the energy that you need to take on board because she is the Queen Manifestor. On top of that, we've got the Four of Pentacles. They need to let go, because once you've let go of this, once he lets go of this one pentacle that he's got holding on so tight to, is open to more. We are in the 4th month. So it's about manifesting, but in order to manifest, we have to let go of the past. So putting the cords to the past, we've got the 5 of Wands in reverse. So it's cutting the cords to anything that brings you conflict, inner conflict with other people, that type of thing. It's almost like, I'm not going there, I'm not feeding it. And Taurus had that energy as well. So all the earth signs are kind of like relating to each other at the minute. So freedom, past. So again, could have been dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or it's the fact that you've had enough bullshit, to be honest. You know what I mean? The Queen of Swords, she gets to the point where she is not, she's been through a turbulent time and she is at a point of self-preservation. And if you're going to come forward, she will listen to your story, but as soon as she finishes bullshitting, she's just going to cut the cord. And that is what it's all about. It's about cutting the cord. So it's about harsh communication, but sometimes it's needed in order to put your point across, that you're not being fed on. You know, it's like emotional vampires, you know, that type of thing, energy. So letting go, we've got a Justice card. So you could definitely be dealing with an air sign. We've got Libra now. But we've got justice. So again, bringing balance in, letting go so that you can have some justice in your life. There could be legal documents needing to be signed, or you could be thinking about going that way. We've got the Hierophant, so you definitely, there could be relocation. But the Hierophant, again, it's about being spiritually awoke. It's God, the creator, the divine, whatever you think of is around you energetically wise. It's almost like the divine are waking you up in order to bring karmic justice into your life so that you can move forward, to see the truth of situations and restore balance. So you're at a point now where you're wanting to restore balance, and it's almost like just dip your toe in, take it like a step at a time, a day at a time. Could be dealing with Sagittarius energy there, or something could have happened in Sagittarius season. So the Phoenix, near future, we've got the Ace of Cups. So the divine really do want you to be happy, you know, a peaceful life. We've got the peaceful dove, but the cup runneth over, emotional fulfillment. The Ace of Cups, it's almost like falling in love with yourself and falling in love with your own surroundings. There most definitely could be relocation for some of my Virgos. If it's not relocation, it's spiritual expansion, because you're realising that the earth is so small, but your energy is so wide, you know. And then on top of that, we've got the moon. So we use the moon to let go, to release on full moons. So releasing rituals and things like that. And we also manifest under new moons. But it's about, the moon sheds light on the darkest of things. I feel like you've already got that power, you know, which is making you move away from that energy, move away from what you need to. And it's also making you manifest what you want to bring in. So it's definitely positive movement forward. So the abandoned card being your power is the Seven of Cups. So no longer being an option, no longer being there for people to come and feed on. You know, the Seven of Cups is your it's the options card. And we've got the Two of Cups. You are heading towards a commitment. So this could be love. The Two of Cups can be a soulmate. We've got twin flames here as well. Heading towards that. Your power is to bring in someone that deserves you. You know, it's to form some collaboration. It's to work together. So the outside influence being conflict. So there could be conflict within a couple, but the outside influence is, we've got the Wounded Warrior in reverse. So we could have stubborn energy, and we've got the Eight of Swords. So someone feeling bound or conflicted in their own thoughts, and it's having an effect on your energy. We've got the Hangman. So they could be taking the time to make decisions, or this could be your energy. You know, like the outside influence is the fact that you need to make a decision, see things from a different perspective, gain some kind of like light bulb aha moment. So your outcome being divine protection, divine protection, and the twin flames. We've got the Ten of Cups, emotional fulfillment. So it's about you now striving forward, coming out of the dark night of the soul, going towards emotional fulfillment, whether that be in a couple, family. Again, I'm looking at the house in the background. So it could definitely be relocation. The Page of Cups, someone new could be coming in, a new offer, emotional fulfillment. But you need to release the past. Yeah, we need to release the past. So getting on top of our emotions. So your outcome is about no longer juggling your emotions, getting on top of your emotions. And sleepless nights, anxiety, we're the dark night of the soul in reverse. So you're coming out, there is healing here. You've got a lot of aces as well. So I hope that message gets to who it resonates with. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, so that you can be updated when I do my reads. And I'll leave you with that. Okay, bye.